Well, hey everybody, it's Sandy, and welcome back to my channel dedicated to helping you advocate for your own health, one topic at a time. So today I just want to talk about this new styling and new sizing from Sonovia, and I only found out about it because of all your guys' questions, so thank you so much. There's also a few questions that came up about it that I'll like just general QA about the Sonovia some more that I will try to just weave in and answer as I go through this. And then please know I am working on some future content for, some people have asked me about some lower cost alternatives for masks that the Sonovia and the Argamon both, with the superb nanotechnology that they seem so far that it looks like they have. But some people still would like a more economical alternative. Of course, it depends what you want to trade off, but I am working on that. I'm honed in on a couple that I think look like good candidates for me to review soon. So yeah, I got a question about the Sonovia. Somebody said to me, well, what size should I buy? And I thought, well, that's kind of a funny question because it only comes in children's or adults. So are you an adult? But I looked at it, double checked, and sure enough, Sonovia has changed its sizing. And then there's been a little bit of a change with the style as well. There's also some talk of a nose clip, but so far none, and I'm going to talk a little more about that in a moment. But I did go ahead and buy the newer Sonovia mask. I should have taken out stock in Sonovia before I started this YouTube channel is what I should have done. But the newer Sonovias come in the child size still, but then for adults they have a medium and a large. Now the medium is equivalent to what the mask was before when you just bought the adult size. That was one size fits all adults. That's the same as the current medium. Now they say the medium fits most women and their new large, they said, fits most men. But there is a difference between the medium and the large besides the size. And tell me, for those of you women out there, if this doesn't sound familiar, the large, which fits most men, comes in a choice where you get either the head straps or the ear loops, and the medium for women comes with no choice. You get the ear loops. Now, they tell me this is because of feedback that they've gotten and a lot of requests, so I'm probably in the minority on this, but I know I've said before in this channel that I'm not really big on ear loops, but I decided to go ahead and give this one a try so that I could properly review it for you. So it is the same mask. Other than that, it's the same double, feels like a two-layer fabric, lightweight, still only in white. Kind of wish they'd change that too. It's hard to know what's right side up and what's upside down, right? So the best I can figure is that when the Sonovia emblem is on my left, meaning that the little dotted motif up there in the S are on the top, I believe that's right side up. And the reason I believe that is because the curvature, if you put it where this is off to your right, where the logo is off to, to your left. If the logo is off to your left, then the curvature at the top is a little deeper than the curvature at the bottom. So it would seem to me that this is supposed to be the nose. That would mean that the inside tag, can you see that right there? That would mean that the inside tag is on my right cheek. Now, one of the reasons I'm down on ear loops in general is because they're not adjustable usually, but Sonovia did come up with an adjustable ear loop, and it's not really a standard toggle. It's just this, soft, squishy, rubbery piece that you just pull the fabric of the strap through, either one way or another, to tighten or loosen. There's no pressing, there's no button you have to press to get this thing to work, and it's not a hard plastic that tends to break on me, so I do like that. Now, the straps themselves are nice and soft, and they're quite stretchy, so they feel like a really soft cotton elastic. I'm still not crazy about having this toggle right touching my skin, just because I happen to have just very sensitive skin. So the nice thing about that is you can move it so that it's down here, right? I can move the slack further down along this this loop of fabric. So you can see that the way it comes in the package, where it's sort of in the middle, if I put that behind my ear, then that rubber toggle is actually touching right behind my ear. But if I put it down further, then I can put it on, and see, this one that's not touching my ear at all. It's way down here. So I personally recommend doing that if it doesn't bother you to have that little piece of fabric sort of hanging down. Obviously, it's easier to put on. You don't have to like position it and decide where to put the strap and everything. It does allow you the option to keep your hair down if you want. It fits pretty well. I do find that I have to leave it on the looser side. And this might be part of my own, I think I have sensitive skin. I find that if I tighten it too much, if I tighten it up so that it's really as snug as I position my other Sonovia mask, then I find there's too much tension across the nose. One of the things about ear loops is that the only tension you can adjust is coming straight, almost at no angle off of the mask. Whereas when you have a head strap, you can move it up and down, and you can actually pick some of the tension up so that it's coming up over the head a little bit, if that makes sense. And that takes a little bit of the pressure off the nose. Here, when you want to tighten something like this up, it's always just pulling straight back in this direction, okay? Straight back from the nose. I'm not crazy about that, but I do think that I probably do have particularly sensitive skin. Same thing with the ears, especially because I noticed that it's more my right ear than my left. So maybe this is me, maybe I'm in the minority. I still do wish that they were going to keep the head strap option. I still am glad that I bought the one with the head strap. Now, as far as a nose piece, people have been writing to me and saying, oh, Sonovia is coming out with a nose piece. Yes, they say they are. But anytime I've inquired, and the last time I inquired was just in the last couple of days, they've told me that they're working on that, but they don't have it yet. It doesn't seem to me that that's a very difficult thing to get done. So I kind of wonder if what that means, you know, in translation is we've really got to sell the inventory that we've got before we introduce that the one with the nose clip. They also say they're going to have a nose clip, though, that you can put a retrofit onto your Sonovia mask. So we'll see about that. As far as more about nose clips, I am going to be reviewing a couple of options that I found to use as a retrofitted nose clip for a mask that doesn't offer it. And I found one that's in a copper, one that's in an aluminum. I know I uploaded a video a while back early on when people were making their own masks. And I had some ideas in there for what you might use as a nose clip. But as soon as I've had a chance to really try the couple out that I have ordered, I will be doing a review on that, let you know how it works with something like a Sonovia mask. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. So I will let you know about that. The other question I got just recently that I thought was really interesting about the Sonovia or the Argamon mask is, you know, if these technologies are antibacterial, antiviral on contact, you really care about the filtration size. Like the Sonovia filters to 5 microns, and the filter inside of the Argamon mask filters down to like 0.12. And my answer is, you know, yes, you do still want to be aware of what the filtration size is for a couple of reasons. One, well, first of all, we don't have all the testing back yet. We don't really know how quickly these work. So even if we were to find out that this is antimicrobial on contact, that really means it starts working on contact. I can't imagine that everything is eradicated the nanosecond it hits this thing, no matter how large the viral load or bacterial load that lands on it. So it probably takes a little bit of time to accomplish that. It's not finished working on contact. I don't know if we're going to get more specific testing on that or not, but of course, as I always say, I'm going to keep you posted as they do more testing on both of the masks that I've reviewed so far. The other reason that I think it's important is that, let's say this is, just for the sake of argument, a fabric that will be antimicrobial on contact and completely, immediately on contact. Well, if the weave is too large, then some of those particles of bacteria or virus could go in between the fibers and not ever make contact with the antimicrobial element in here. So I do think it's still important to be mindful about the filtration size on any mask. So that said, I'm going to look forward to bringing you some more information on nose clips. I am going to look forward to bringing you some information, hopefully, on a cheaper alternative for people who just don't want to go out for the Sonovia or the Argamon tech. I think that part of what factors into that decision is how many people around you are wearing masks. If you're wearing a mask in an environment where just everybody around you is wearing masks and they're all impeccable in their conduct in wearing masks, then some of these other things become less important. But I hope this helps, and I hope you give me your feedback, more questions. I thank you so much for all the questions that I've gotten already. It's been my pleasure to be able to work on this. And until next time, be well. Bye-bye.